Good morning, Hawks. I'm Josh.
And I'm Paul.
Today is Friday, March 25th, 2016.
On Hawk TV, our top stories for the day are the potential cancellation of Hawk Broadcast Network and the 3 finalists for the superintendent position. We also have super important information on spring sports, running start, clubs, and more.
Now please stand for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Award-winning program Hawk Broadcast Network needs your help. If you're interested in broadcast journalism, winning state or national awards, or you want to learn more about Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Express, then HBN is just the class for you. Not only do you get hands-on experience in journalism, but you can also attend state and national conventions. And if that doesn't make you want to sign up, then perhaps working to improve The Daily Show will. If you don't think The Daily Show is as good as it should be, then joining the class will give you a chance to improve it. Go talk to your counselor today about joining the class, or The Daily Show announcement that you love so much will be gone next year.
The school board had a strong pool of candidates for the superintendent slot, and after conducting public interviews with 6 semifinalists on March 19th, the board has selected 3 finalists, Dr. Deb Clemens, Dr. Chris McDuffie, and Dr. Chris Sweeting. The 3 finalists will be visiting the district on March 28th, 29th, and the 30th before attending a community forum on the 31st. The community forum will be broadcast by us, Hawk Broadcast Network. If you'd like to watch the forum from home, you can visit our YouTube channel, Hawk TV, lowercase v, and there will be a live broadcast available for your watching.
Bingo night is today, Friday, March 25th at 7 p.m. in the Hub. The doors will open at 6:30 p.m. It costs $5 to play, and the PTSA will also have a raffle for some awesome prizes. This is a PTSA event, and proceeds will benefit the 2016 Safe and Sober Grad Night. The boys soccer team will be playing today, Friday, March 25th against Everett High School. The boys will be at home at Edmond Stadium, so come out and support your Hawks. The Terrace Hip Hop team will be heading over to Yakima today, March 25th, to complete the state competition. If you can't make it to Yakima to watch the Hawks dance, then make sure to wish them good luck at least.
While Hip Hop Hawks are dancing, the Jazzy Hawks will be playing at the Hot Java Cool Jazz concert. The concert will be today, March 25th, as well. Tickets cost $22 and can be purchased by emailing mthsmusicbooster@gmail.com. And after you're done listening to the sweet jazz played by your peers, stop by the Washington State Caucus if you are 18 years old or will be 18 years old by the next election and have registered to vote. The Washington State Caucus is tomorrow, Saturday, March 26th, right here at Mountain Lake Terrace High School. The voting time starts at 10 a.m., but get here early to register for the caucus. Voting is vital, so please attend the caucus, vote for your candidate, and make the next president one that you want.
Hey Hawks, it's Gene on here, your ASB Vice President, here to bring you guys the interviews on the Big Six candidates for next year. Surprisingly, there's been no opposition in any of the candidate slots, so these interviews have been designed for you guys to get to know all 6 candidates as well as their plans for next year. So first up, we have our historian candidate, Jacob Dodd. So Jacob, why did you decide to run for ASB this year?
I've always wanted to be a more part of the community and more part of the school that we have, and I just really wanted to be an ASB so I could help out around the school and help with assemblies and help with Spirit Weeks. I thought that this was definitely a way that I could get to do that.
Awesome. So as the ASB historian, you're going to have to compile a binder with all the notes of everything you do in the whole year. Would you consider yourself an organized person, and why?
I would definitely consider myself an organized person. I've always been detail-oriented and constantly am just organizing things out of habit. I get bored and I go and organize my room, or I get bored and I go organize my school binder and take things out that I don't need. So I would definitely consider myself organized.
Never been this impressed in my life. And for your final question, Next year, it's your junior year. You're going to have a lot to think about: college, standardized tests, stuff like that. How are you going to balance that as well as with ASB?
I was around during the homecoming part of this year, and so I definitely have an idea of the pressure and stress that ASB is under, and I am willing to put forth all the effort needed to get what needs to be done this year.
Thank you for answering these questions. That was your ASB historian candidate, Jacob Dodd. Next up, your candidate for the Public Relations Officer is Samantha Garcia Perez. Hi. So, what made you want to run for ASB?
This is actually my first year in ASB, and my sister actually kind of pushed me and told me to go for the leadership position, and I just kind of want to follow in her footsteps and make my, as well as other people's, high school experience better.
Good to hear. What activities have you done in the past, and what's prepared you for this position?
So this year I kind of joined a lot of clubs that have really made me grow as a person. As I said, I was an ASB rep this year. I am treasurer in Key Club. I'm in Tattoo, and yeah.
Right on. How will you work with staff and students, and what are some new ways you're going to be able to reach out to not only the student body, but to the community, as well as increase the efficiency of advertising?
So I think that communication and advertising, can't be stressed enough. It has so much potential, and some goals of mine would be to make an overall ASB, social media accounts such as on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, just to set that platform where everyone can know what's going on at all times, and I would keep it updated very frequently. I also am thinking of coming on HBN for those people who don't have social media and updating them on here every couple times a month, just to also tell them what's going on and really get the student body in communication with ASB.
Awesome. Thank you for answering those questions. This was your Public Relations Officer candidate, Samantha Garcia Perez. Next up is our Secretary candidate, Rosie Lee. So Rosie, why did you decide to run for ASB office?
I decided to run because I genuinely want to make a difference in the school. I have a lot of ideas I want to make happen in the school, such as trying to make students more involved in activities such as sports and just Spirit Weeks.
Awesome. What activities have you done in the past that have prepared you for this position?
Currently, I'm sophomore class president, and last year I was freshman vice president, and we had 2 consecutive wins for homecoming hallways, so I kind of pride myself in ASB and stuff.
Very impressive. And your final question, what will you bring next year? Something new, something valuable, things that the student body will be excited about?
Firstly, myself, and secondly, I have a lot of great ideas I want to, like I said before, I want to carry out, and yeah.
Thank you for answering those questions. Your next candidate is for Treasurer, Chase Alberts. So Chase, why did you decide to run for ASB office?
I decided to run for ASB office because I knew it would have a difference I could make in the school in being in ASB office. And I also involved in other clubs because they all have different ways of making differences, but the ASB focuses on our school community and how to change that.
Right on. So Chase, what do you think is the biggest single issue facing Mount Lake Terrace staff and student body next year, and how do you propose we fix it?
Okay, I'd say there's 2 issues, Gene. One of them being Hawk Pride. I feel like people don't have the opportunities to go out and support their fellow Hawks because they're not sure when or how or all that stuff. So I want to organize a way they can do that. And also, our spirit assemblies need to be able to amp people up enough to want to go do that. And then the second issue is going to be between the clubs, communication between the clubs, because everybody in Mount Lake Terrace has a clique they can get into or a club, and it's not just ASB, and that's what Big Six needs to understand. And we need to be able to give attention to every club as they need it.
Awesome, brother of the great one, JT Alberts. So for your final question, seeing as budgets are at an all-time low right now, what are some ways that you're going to try and increase them next year?
Okay, so how well I do as treasurer and how well the other officers do directly corresponds to how much money we have in our funds. Like, if we make a dance that we want to go to and you guys want to go to, that's a good event, and that earns us money, and you guys have a good time. So that accomplishes all the goals we look for in ASB. But I feel like in order to do that, we need to work together as a team in Big Six.
Awesome, thank you for answering these questions. That was your treasurer candidate, Chase Alberts. Next up is your ASB Vice President candidate, Brianna Hauptman. So, Brianna, why did you want to run for ASB office this year?
I wanted to run for ASB office because I was in sophomore class, or I was in my freshman class for my first year, and then my sophomore class for my second year. So I've been in ASB since I started high school, and I've met a lot of really cool people through it, and I just kind of fell in love with it because, I don't know, I just really like planning homecoming and stuff like that, and helping out with dances and being involved with the school and stuff like that. So yeah.
Solid answers. So next year, I noticed you have a pretty rigorous schedule of 5 EP classes. How are you going to balance your school schedule as well as putting the time and effort needed for this position?
So since I have a super busy schedule next year, I've lately decided that preparing for elections and getting super excited about Big Six, that I will definitely prioritize ASB over everything, because it's like what I want to do. Like, because I'm in robotics right now, and Key Club, and basketball, and Hawkeye, and track, and so all those things can be like helped out from Big Six, and I feel like I can just really help out with a bunch of different clubs through that, and that's what I want to do. So I could be part of all these different clubs in Big Six, so I'll prioritize ASB.
Very impressive. And for your final question, seeing as there's no competition this year for the ASB elections, how will you try and change that for the upcoming class elections later this spring?
For the class elections, I'm going to try to pick out, there's a lot of people I notice that are really smart and good leaders, and they, even if they're more quiet in classes that I see, they could be part of ASB because they'd be a really good part of that. And because I've been ASB for a while, so I know how it is, and class is a really good place to start in building up your leadership skills. And so there's a lot of people I already know I want to go to and be like, you should be an ASB, because they really should. And also I'm going to tell people just what it's about, because it's about being a leader and getting to know people, and it makes life a lot easier and makes high school a lot more fun. So
thank you for answering those questions. This was your ASB Vice President candidate, Brianna Hauptman. And for your final candidate, we have ASB President Hanny Nakor. So Hanny, why did you want to run for ASB office?
So Gene, I saw a lot of potential at Terrace, and I've been very motivated to help our school reach that potential. And I see all these students showing so much love and kindness to others, and I feel like with ASB, I'm able to fulfill that and help our school for the better.
Very impressive. Your next question, what are some ways you're going to lead the other 5 into some bigger and better things next year?
So I think it all starts with being leading by example, and then also to have strong communication between the 6 of us. And with that, we're going to be able to start with our school and at a small scale, and have our students put first, and to show that we can give back to our students. And then when we're done with that, that's when we're going to be able to start on a large scale with our community and to combine efforts to give back.
Awesome. And for your final question, what is the biggest issue facing staff and students here at Mountain Terrace next year, and how do you propose that we fight against them?
So, my freshman year, I saw so many of our students wear Terrace pride on their sleeve, and they're so just dedicated to being a Terrace Hawk. And I really want to help our school reach that again. It's decreased a bit, but it's still important that we that we show our pride at games and different activities and assemblies, and to be proud to be a Hawk.
Awesome. Thank you for answering all those questions, Hanny. This was your ASB president, Hanny Nakor. Those were your 6 candidates for ASB office next year. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go Hawks!
If you have an announcement for the show, please email us at hawktvnews@gmail.com. Also, our daily shows are on YouTube. Search for Hawk TV, lowercase v, and subscribe. Also, remember to talk to your counselor about signing up for HBN.
And that's all we have for today, Terrace. Have a great day, and we'll see you on Monday. Mwah!